Welcome back. With me right now from the Democratic Club is Heather Bennett and Alan Feldman. Always good to see you.
Good to
welcome see you. To the show, and welcome to your upcoming guest. It's actually going to be tomorrow, am I right?
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the first thing we want to make people aware of is our general monthly meeting tomorrow. 7 o'clock, Clubhouse 3, Performing Arts Center now, formerly Clubhouse 3, formerly Dining Room Number 2. I don't know if they've changed the name or not. But it's kind of an annual event that we have every January. The head of the chairperson of the Democratic Party of Orange County, who is Fran Cedillo, this year they come down on January, every January, and because we're chartered by the Democratic Party of Orange County as a club, they have to swear. An officer of that club has to swear.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They swear in the officers. But the real thing that people will be interested in is she gives us, I guess you'd call it a progress report from last year, fills us in on what the Democratic Party in Orange County, what the countywide party has been doing for the past year, where they believe we stand right now. And most importantly, looking on to the future, what they're going to be doing in the next year, which, of course, this year is especially important because it's an election year. The midterm elections are coming up in 2018. And we had such tremendous growth in our club in the last year. We want to keep that momentum going, and this is a great chance for people to hear the many different ways they can become involved in it. We can become involved in politics and the political process. The last election and all the activity really energized and scared a lot of people, got a lot of people involved, and we want them to continue to be involved, and there's a lot of different ways to do it.
Now, Heather, if you're not part of the club, you're obviously welcome to be there, am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, everyone's welcome.
Right. And as far as going there, is there a fee for this since you have a guest speaker, or do people need to join the club?
No, there's... I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's no fee because there's a speaker. We ask for a donation. If you're not a member of the club, I think it's a $3 donation.
Okay.
But all are welcome. 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6:30.
Okay. So I want to make sure that everyone who wants to attend can.
Absolutely.
Attend.
More than.
And then let's talk about the Women's March coming up on January 20th. And what's that all about? And is this taking place in Washington?
All over.
Or all over. Oh, kind of like
the
other one.
Yes, like last year. Yeah.
Yes.
It's January 20th, Saturday. It will be the one we're involved with is the one in Santa Ana.
Okay.
Last year there was, I believe, 20 to 25,000 people marching. This year we're hoping to top that number. Los Angeles had 750,000. I mean, there was millions of people that marched all over the United States and the world. So we're hoping the same thing this year. And really, it's about all issues. It's not necessarily women's issues. It's called the Women's March, but there are men attending, children, families. So it's just an important march for solidarity.
Now, is this something that if people can go online and find, because last year wasn't there some specific name to it, the Pink Hats or something like that last year? And,
right.
And that's how people kind of found it.
Right,
originally.
but it's ocwomensmarch.org is if they want to find out about a march, or all they really have to do is Women's March. Google that, and anywhere in their city, town, they'll be able to find out that information.
All right, and they're not wearing pink hats this year, from what I
understand. They may be, but who knows?
I know some people didn't like it or something. I read an article on it. It was kind of strange, but
there's a couple of organizations that are participating from Laguna Woods. Okay. And the Democratic Club has a bus leaving from the Clubhouse 3 parking lot. To the Santa Ana location.
Okay.
I know there's another one too.
Very
We're not sure if the bus is filled or not, but people can find that out by looking at our website, and they'll tell you how to contact people in there. I know there's going to be informal carpools and so forth, but we're going to have an entourage of over 100 people from Laguna Woods Village going to the march. So we're hoping for a huge turnout there.
Yeah.
All right, and then the next day, you have something, at least I think it's you folks that are having this, right?
Yes.
A bagel brunch called Flip the House, and that'll be on January 21st. And where is that taking place? And is this part of your club that's putting this on?
Yes, it is. It's Clubhouse 6
Okay.
at 12:30. And the flip the house portion of it is, of course, we're the Democratic Club of Laguna Woods.
Right.
We want to flip the control of the House of Representatives from the Republicans to the Democrats. And that's, again, it's an opportunity to keep the people who became energized last year and are participating and tap that energy that we think is
Okay.
going to come from the Women's March. And it's more.
Well,
than,
and we believe through grassroots movements is how get everybody involved and just gives everyone an opportunity who wants to be involved
Okay.
to an outlet.
And that will be, again, that's on Sunday, January 21st.
Right, and it's kind of a two-part thing. Part of it is, this is what we've been doing. This is what you can do. The same. That's what we do at every one of our meetings. We try to let people know of the many different ways they can become involved. And one thing I just thought of the Women's March. There's place for people. People don't have to march. The march is I think it's a mile and a half.
Okay.
But there's places for people who want to participate, but because of mobility issues, they can sit and and participate participate that way. But so
you don't have to march.
You don't have to march at the Women's March.
March.
But the other part of our Flip the House bagel breakfast is kind of a training being put on by two people who have been here before. From the Democratic Party, Mary Navarro and Linda May. Some people may know their names. But it's we're trying to flip, another thing we're trying to flip is that adage, don't talk politics at the Thanksgiving table.
Right.
This is a training on how actually to talk politics at the training or tips on how to do that. It's you're a political organization and you tell people you want them to support you because you're going to speak to their issues, what's important to them. But unless you know what their issues are, you're not speaking to them. You don't know you can't do that if you don't know what people's issues are. And that's part of what the Democratic Party is trying to do is to figure out a way to listen to people and find out exactly what it is they are concerned with. Because we spend so much time when we're having a political conversation, you're waiting for the other person to finish so that you can get your 2 cents in rather than listening to what they have to say. And that's part of the training too. And how to talk to people basically you disagree with without without being disagreeable, I guess you could say.
Right. So again, the first thing is happening tomorrow evening over at the Performing Arts Center in Dining Room 2, and that'll open up at 6:30. This is basically almost your annual meeting in a sense, right?
Yeah, well,
it's
a monthly meeting, but it's an annual event.
Yeah, annual event.
With the chairperson of the
So
party.
if you'd like to go to that, you're certainly welcome. And then the Women's March will be on the 20th, which is a Saturday, and then the Flip the House Bagel Brunch on the 21st. So you got a lot of stuff coming up.
We do
Yes, we
indeed.
do.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
And you mentioned website. Is the Laguna Woods Club pages linked to your website?
I believe that it is. That's probably the best way to for people here in the village to find us, and they can find out if there's room available on the bus or if there's carpools arranged or something like that. They'll have that information.
We're
Very
also
good.
on Facebook.
We're also absolutely
on Facebook, Laguna Woods
Democratic
Democratic
Club.
Okay, easy to find. Good to see you both.
Oh, good
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
Take care,
much.
and a lot going on this month,
Yep.
so check it out, and we'll be right back.